Hey world, it's your girl AA, and I am pleased to announce that the ICU Reading and Social Network, along with Bray, is proud to bring you the ICU Reading Literary Experience. I am kicking off this video with announcing some of our featured and special guests. This all-inclusive book expo is bringing together some of your favorite authors as well as some new-to-you authors. Like I said, this is just a sample of some of the amazing and talented authors that we have in store for you. So stay tuned because I'll be adding to this list. For now, if you would like to participate, I'm going to suggest you head on over to that website, secure your spot.
I got it.
Tam telling tales.
I got it.
Tam telling tales.
I got it.
Tam telling tales.
I got it. Tongue twister. Say it real fast one time.
Tam 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 tam.
Hey everybody, it is Tam telling tales. Make sure that you guys have shared, like, and subscribed to my channel because I will continuously be bringing you awesome conversations about film, about books, and I am doing both of them on tonight because I have the illustrious award-winning director, Mr. Teddy Van Gogh, in the building with me on tonight. He is a author, you guys. He has his new book, Directing Your Dreams, a practical guide to filmmaking, that is available right now. And he is here with me tonight to talk about it. So I do want you guys to go ahead and make sure that you share this video so that everybody else can experience this conversation along with you. So also make sure you come in and say hi to us in the comment section. And if you've already read the book, come in, let us know what you thought about it. If you have any questions for the author, make sure you do that as well. So without further ado, everyone, let's say hello to Mr. Teddy Van Gogh. Hey there. How you doing? Unmute and tell me how you feeling this evening.
I am good. I am blessed. I'm happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. It's always a pleasure.
Again.
Yes. So Teddy is not new to telling tales. Okay. So we had us a time over in the studio. Teddy helped me rearrange some things in the studio. Like we shifted some stuff and we never went back. I was like, you know what? I think this is the vibe we want to go for, and it was all thanks to
that
Teddy.
might have been more my wife, though, wasn't it?
You know, it was a combination of the two of you.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So, the couple came in and did the couple things. They shifted some things. Let's make this thing comfortable for everybody, and bam. We never left it. So, you guys can feel free to go and check out his interview because it is available on the Tam Telling Tales YouTube channel. So you can watch that as well as watch this one. We were talking about just films before.
How that started my fitness journey too.
So listen, I wasn't gonna bring that up, So if you wanted to share it, then I'm gonna ask you about it a minute.
I'm looking good this year. I made sure I came back proper.
That's right. You look good this year, Teddy. Okay. We're gonna talk about this. We're gonna do preferences though beforehand. Okay. So, and you didn't play this before. Let me see if I can get you some. I got to get you some new questions. You know what I mean? Because, you already answered the other ones. Let me see here. So we're going to start off. We're going to do a couple of them. We ain't going to do too many of them on tonight. You done played this before. Okay. But I do want to get your answer on a few of them. And you don't have to take shots if you don't answer. Okay? You don't have to do that. I don't think you did the last time though, so I mean, whatever. But you do have shots of water. We're not doing that either. Okay, we're not doing that either. Okay, we are, however, going to sing Okay, I got the people singing because we're doing these lives. We virtual. You got to do something for me if you decide that you're not going to answer the question.
Okay.
So the song is Skinnamarink Dinky Dink.
Okay.
And I didn't forgot how old you are, so you might or might not know that song.
I definitely don't. I don't think so. I'm 38 too, by the way.
Okay, boom. You should so you should know this song, sir. But
It's possible.
I'm
I can't think of it.
I'm gonna let you live. I'm gonna let you live.
Please, please say.
But you do know the Barney "I Love You" song.
Do I? I don't think I came up on Barney. I'm
I
just,
love you. You
playing.
know,
I'm just playing. I'm just playing.
you know it. See
I'm
you.
not that much.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. All right. So got a few questions, and I promise I'm not gonna make them too long.
Okay.
With you being, a director and everything, as well as an actor.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
let's see. Would you prefer to direct yourself or be directed by someone else?
Be directed by someone else
Okay.
because I feel like directing myself, like you can throw stones inside of a glass house. Or what's the saying? You can't see what needs to be adjusted by being inside the house. You have to be outside
Mm-hmm.
of what needs to be adjusted. Yeah. So yeah, and I'm
Okay.
no ashamed to critiques. I want to be better, so I would much rather be directed by somebody else.
Sounds good. Okay. Learn lines word for word or go with the flow. What do you prefer from your actors?
I, Me personally, I'm a collaborative director, so I need my actors to know the story, and we collaborate on how it's communicated.
Okay. More rehearsal time or just dive into the filming?
It's a balancing act. I don't want to
Okay.
over.
See,
Yeah,
you got
go
to
ahead.
pick one. Now, if you don't pick one, you got to.
Let's see.
But still feel free to explain why you feel the way you feel.
Okay. I would say what it was rehearsal time or go with the flow.
Mm-hmm.
I would say we go. I would say more go with the flow, because acting is supposed to be everything that happens on the screen happens for the first time. So the first time that
Okay.
anybody sees that movie, it's the first time that it's supposed to have felt like it happened in life. So a lot of
Okay.
times going with the flow makes it feel that much more authentic.
Okay. Would you prefer to film with a large cast or an intimate ensemble?
Me personally, more intimate because it allows me more time with individuals, and I prefer that.
Okay. Let's see. Rewrite on set or stick to the original script?
Rewrite. we
I
never,
knew you were gonna say that. I
we
knew
never
you were
the original script ever, ever.
gonna. Watch the premiere with a crowd or alone first.
Alone first.
Mm-hmm. You don't want to get no surprises.
Not,
um,
not that big.
would you say you're a one take wonder or perfectionist with retakes?
I'm personally a perfectionist, so I would say more of the perfectionist for the question.
Okay.
But if you get a performance in the first take, you shut up and move on.
Move on. Boom. Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Do you like having the behind the scene footage or keep the magic and the mystery?
Absolutely behind the scenes footage because I don't have to put it out.
Okay. Yeah. Cause we do like to see us a little behind the scenes, you know what I mean? Everything was
Mhm.
going on. Okay, and then this your last question.
Okay.
Tim telling tales or anybody else?
Tim Taylor Tales for sure. Hands down.
Oh, yes.
Question, you have to think about that.
Oh, yes. I love it. I love it.
Imagine now that I didn't get my little badge, so now I feel left out.
You ain't get your what?
I didn't get my little Tam Telling Tales badge that you got on. Where's mine at? See?
Listen, you know what? I got something for you though. Right? I do got something for you. We gonna talk offline because I do. I do got something for you. It's
Okay,
not
cool.
this though. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying? Because I mean, be honest, you're not really gonna wear it.
I got
But
to
what I'm
elevate.
gonna give you, you're gonna probably get a little bit more use out of.
So what you're saying is I got to elevate to the status of being one of those. Say less. I got you. I'm
I-
coming hard this year then.
That's not what I was saying, sir. That's not what I was saying. Okay. Okay.
I got to go
But
hard this year to get one of those. I got you. I'm on it.
well, listen, for everyone who is tuning in, we are here with actor, director, producer, writer,
Mm.
Teddy Van Gogh. He is here to talk about his new book, Directing Your Dreams, a practical guide to film making. So he is combining what he loves, storytelling, into two things, film and books, which is right up my alley. Everybody knows how much I love both things. And so we're going to go ahead and dive into this conversation. And the first thing I wanted to ask you about is, man, how did we decide that we wanted to write a book?
Well, so background on me, I've been writing since I got really first introduced in elementary school, but I've been published since middle school. So I have a background in publishing material. How we get to the need, I feel maybe the question, are you asking like the need for this particular piece?
For this particular book? Yep.
So we get, I get to the particular to this space where I feel like there's a need for this particular piece because being around the industry in the places that I've been blessed to go to, I realized that there was a lot of knowledge that either wasn't being given or the people who you would have to ask to get the knowledge from didn't have the knowledge to give you. So the book is more about all of the questions that I used to have when I first got in. Well, how do I structure a film script? How do I go about producing? What does a film budget look like? What's above the line? What's below the line? These are a lot of the questions that I had prior to going to like film school, prior to going to investing into obviously further education that I had for myself. So I decided to put it all in one piece and eliminate a lot of the headache for a lot of other people going through the same process and the same journey.
Yeah, I think that the formatting of the book is definitely speaking to the title. It is practical. You know what I mean? It's easy to follow. It has just enough conversational pieces in it, and then it combines the straightforward draft style. Listen, this is what this is supposed to look like. This is what you're supposed to do. This is the order that you go in. And I'm like, yeah, somebody can take this book and actually use it like a textbook of
Yes.
sorts.
So I wanted it to be a textbook, but not feel like a textbook. You
Mm-hmm.
know, I didn't want you to feel like you were in school when you were reading it or looking through it or you had an opportunity to touch it. I wanted it to just feel like it was a very useful tool that you can refer to whenever you needed to. So if you're sitting down and writing script, okay, I know chapter one is all about writing script. Let me just grab these steps quick and then get to work. Or I'm in pre-production, let me grab these notes real quick and then get to work. I didn't want it to feel like overwhelming like textbooks do. I wanted to, like you said, just really straightforward, straight to the point.
Yeah, I definitely think that you did a great job with that.
Thank you.
Um and I'm curious about the research that you had to do as well, because there's also these inserts where you take what you're saying and you apply it to real
It's,
world circumstances and people that, names that we recognize and know.
yeah. So again, when you're putting out a piece like this, you want to make sure that you are as credible as possible. So I wanted to make sure I had a piece of material that you can look up, research everything that's in it, especially when you do get to dropping names, when you get to, doing case studies like Blair Witch Project and how that whole thing came about. And there was another one, Robert Rodriguez, that I just forgot to add into the piece, how he made, first project and things like that. But when you start dropping names and start talking about stuff, you say, okay, well, let me actually see how credible this person is. Let me actually see if you can find his sources. So everything in the book you cross reference from any source and see that everything is legitimate and lined up appropriately. So I went from studio binder to essays to news articles to IMDb to any kind of sources you can think of and pull a lot of the knowledge in the game from it, and also from film school textbooks and everything like that. Also, so a lot of credible sources.
Yep. You included a lot of that, and clearly the purpose of this is for you to be able to help other people who are making films to avoid some of the mistakes that is commonplace.
Right.
What are some of like the biggest ones? I mean, it's always going to be, these little things here and there when you're new to something, but what do you tend to see be one of the biggest mistakes that filmmakers make in the very beginning?
So one of the biggest things that broke my heart, and I don't want to give out too much detail, right? But within the last 2 to 3 years, one of the biggest things that disappointed me the most was the guy. He just had the money. He had a script. He found a director. The director promised him that he would get the job done. And for whatever reason, the director underperformed. And the production had to be shut down prematurely, which happens a
Mm,
lot in the industry. But if that guy who had the money and had the script actually had the understanding of what the processes were supposed to be, he could have either made a better decision on who he chose to go with, or he could have been able to hold everything together for himself. Now, after the production came to a halt, I don't know what else happened as far as the production is concerned because I wasn't directly attached to it. But that kind of gave me a spark to say, well, if I can help somebody like that by giving them a piece of literature and save them thousands of dollars possibly, then that's what it's all for.
hmm Yeah, money tends to be a big factor when it comes to things like this. Now, when you were writing the book, did you have any other voices in your ear, like other film directors that are in the industry, or even your wife, who said like, "Hey, make sure that you cover this."
My wife is always right there.
Okay, that's why I asked that. Okay,
She proofreads every single thing and
come
make
on,
sure
baby
it's up
reader.
to par. And I also ran it past my aunt as well, just because I wanted to make sure that it came across. So obviously, my wife she's not in the industry, but she's attached to me, and she's
Mhm.
involved in the industry. So she has an understanding of how the movement should be. She's been on sets with me. She's been on sets with people, other people who run it how they run it. She has an
Mhm.
understanding. My aunt had zero understanding of how the movement on sets or around the production should be. So I ran it past her and said, "Hey, read this piece. Does it fill in any gaps that you may have if you decided to go and start making a movie right now?" And her report came back. I'm not gonna lie. She was like, "I can't believe you actually did this." I was like, "Man, I was so low expectations of me. Goodness
Right,
gracious!
like, oh
Like
goodness.
I'm still him now. Come on." But
Okay, family gonna keep it 100 with you.
you
You be like,
know
dang,
what I'm saying? Like I'm not that 13-year-old no more.
right?
38 now.
Okay,
But
how bad?
but I'm always channeling still like my favorite directors would be Jordan Peele, Robert Rodriguez, and I mean, so guys like that. I'm always channeling kind of like those energies. So when I think about like if I write a piece like this and Jordan Peele just happens to get his hands on it, it's just something that he can look at this wealth of knowledge and just you know what I can respect it because it's legit. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? What I think about when I'm putting together a piece like this.
Okay, so I also have this question now. You are a film director. You wrote a book about it, and I think it's important for people to know about a few of the films that you have actually directed. So I'm going to pull up the first one, and this is actually the one that we met at. I was on the red carpet for the premiere of Corruption.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
we have this film up right now. Tell us a little bit about that one.
So Corruption was my very first film. Corruption was a lot of people don't know this. Corruption was my thesis for film school.
Oh,
Um, yeah, corruption was actually my thesis for film school. As opposed to doing a short film, I decided to do a feature film, and that pissed everybody off. That's a whole other
appreciate
conversation.
it.
That's a whole other conversation. But yeah, so
Oh, we can talk about it. I mean,
corruption was my baby though. That is my baby though. That's the very first piece that I was able to present to the world as a director. And that was the very first experience that I was able to give to everybody on the set, the cast and the crew, of how I am the director on a set. And
hmm
I set a lot of expectations based on how I ran that set. And I still to this day get reports saying, yeah, I've never been on a set like that. And that was 2 years ago, 3 years ago now.
Yep, it's been a minute, and there was a very high regard for what that process looked like behind the scenes. I remember that being a part of the conversation
Yes, ma'am.
from the red carpet was how much the actors appreciated your professionalism
Yes,
when
ma'am.
it came to the making of the film. So
Yes, ma'am.
shout out to you, sir.
I appreciate you. Thank you so much.
So I have another one that I want to pull up.
Okay.
If you can talk about this one, because you just mentioned that originally you were going to be doing a short film, ended up being full length, but
Mhm.
this one it looks like might actually be a short film.
That's my short film. That's my first non-dialogue film, the first one I had ever done. And that was just a piece that I wanted to get out into the world, just to start creating. So as a introduction to Teddy as a director, I guess you could say that was my technically my first project. And Dave Cortez, that's my guy. He actually blessed me with his presence on that project, and made it phenomenal. That was
He
about
is
that was about a husband grieving the loss of his wife.
he is awesome.
Yes, he is.
He is so awesome. That one I feel like I've seen it already. I think I have.
That one's on.
Um
So yeah, probably.
okay. And then we're gonna talk about this one because this bad boy just dropped not too long ago.
Yes, ma'am.
And this cover, I mean, is just whew, it's so dope. It's
I appreciate.
screaming
I
quiet
appreciate.
princess.
Everybody fell in love with the cover of that poster, and the cover design was. I'm not gonna say completely by accident, but I literally had given up on trying to figure out how I wanted it to look,
hmm
and I was like, man, whatever. And I was just like, okay, let me try this, and boom. So the interesting story about this also is that girl in that picture is not Latia, who's the star actress in the movie, but it looks exactly like her.
Exactly
And,
like her.
and
I
this
mean,
happened. I created this cover art before I even casted her.
okay. So
Yeah,
wait a
it was.
minute.
Yeah, it was wild. Like it was wild.
So talk about casting. Oh my goodness. So I'm assuming that this person was originally supposed to be doing the film.
No, that's an
No,
AI
but
generated.
she was just on the poster.
That's an AI generated picture. Yeah, that
Oh,
that picture is completely AI generated.
okay. And you did the cast directing for this film too?
Hmm.
Well, well, there you go, people. Okay, because
I
when you
fortunate.
see the film, you're gonna think like this is her.
Yeah, like I was forced. So I originally wrote the script for Tia, but I couldn't get in contact with Tia.
Okay.
So I went on, and tried to. Originally did cast another girl. I wasn't too pleased with the performance. And I tend to go with my gut. If I'm not feeling it, then I'm not feeling it. And I was
Mhm.
very straightforward with it, like it's just something's not right. And then as soon as that happened, we had we had 7 days to get the production. I finally got in contact with Tia maybe like 6 days before we went live. So Tia learned an entire script in 6 days.
Oh,
Yeah. And so I always hold her in the highest regard, if nothing else for that.
we have some extremely talented people right here in this city. It makes my heart proud to hear the stories of how we come through
That's a fact.
for each other, and especially when it comes to doing the craft and the art that we love. So she
It's a lot of
definitely
good.
a true professional.
She is. It's so much
Yeah.
going
So we've talked about some of the films that you've done, and
on.
are all of them available to view on Tubi, or are there some other locations you prefer for us to watch?
Yeah, you can go stream them all on TV, and go stream Energy too.
Okay. Well, listen, y'all. So, after you've read the book, for all of the filmmakers out there, then you want to go ahead and make sure that you're familiar with the films that he's directed as well, and some that he has produced. So, make sure that you are checking out Teddy's work, y'all.
Please.
Okay. So, and if we do have any questions at all, feel free to go ahead and put them in the chat. He's here for you all. I'm gonna go ahead and say hey to everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Tracy's in the building. Mike
What's up, Tracy?
Sears,
What's up,
Rose
man?
Nine.
What up, Ro? I can't. So Ro is one of them people. I've been trying to work with Ro for years. I'm gonna shoot. I'm gonna shoot my shot.
Okay, listen,
Trying to
he's
work
so
with Ro.
dope.
Ro be giving me he be giving me the ghost treatment, but it's all good though.
You got to catch him hands too, because sometimes I feel like he in and out on social media. Okay, because he don't play with us like that. You know what
For
I'm
sure.
saying?
I don't
So
blame
you
you.
got to shoot that shot when you can.
Yeah, no, for sure, for sure, for sure. You know, I've been trying to work with Ro. Ro's one of those people I've been trying to work with for most of a minute. So we're gonna make that happen when it's time.
That's what's up. That's what's up. When all of these great, amazing filmmakers come together, it's just bound to be dopeness.
Yes,
We
indeed.
got Jonathan
John,
Williams in the building. Um, and we've got Lauren Hackney in the building. And then
hold
we have some other people. I know that these are like the handles.
on.
I don't know what the names is, like scriptures. David 121.
What's up,
You know,
everybody?
what's up, everybody? Thank y'all so much for being here
Yeah.
tonight with me, Tam Telling Tales, and Teddy Van Gogh, the author of Directing Your Dreams, the practical guide to filmmaking, which is currently available for all of you all who are aspiring filmmakers, who are currently filmmakers, and anybody who just wants a BTS to what it's like to actually make sure that that flow and that process is going the way it's supposed to, because maybe you're an actor and you just want to make sure that you're getting treated properly, and
Mm,
that you are amongst some professionalism and things like that when you are filming. So this is definitely something that you all are going to want to check out.
yes, indeed. And I wanted to
Okay.
again, I wanted to make sure that it catered to filmmakers of any level. Like you
Hmm.
said, the brand new. I've never made a project before in my life. I've never written a script in my life. I don't know what are you talking about a film budget. Yeah, you know what I mean. Like, what is distribution? What is chain of title? There's an entire chapter just on chain of title,
Hmm.
learning and understanding what that is when it comes to owning. Because again, for us people, period, it's important for us to have ownership of our own stuff. And
Yeah.
the way for you to have ownership of all of your projects, all of your IP, is to maintain a clean chain of title and go into extreme detail. So, chapter 7, I believe that's chapter 7. Uh, yeah, so that one was probably my favorite chapter to write, just because there's so many people who don't understand that, um, who never heard of that. So yeah, I wanted that to definitely make sure it crossed, all of the all of the boxes for many filmmakers of many types. So
That's dope. I like it. So that's your favorite chapter. Which chapter is probably the one you say was the hardest one for you to write?
chapter 7, because it had to be right. So it's like that's getting into like legal, right? so it had to be in order. So like another one of the things that people don't know about my background is I studied contract law at Yale, short time semester, but I studied contract law at Yale. So I'm familiar with how it's supposed to go. So I had to take my time on that and make sure that it was right. Even though it's not wrong, it still had to be sound.
Mhm.
Because I don't want to put anybody in legal jeopardy, and I don't want to leave anything out that cause you any harm legally. So that is probably the most sensitive topic in the whole book. And then secondary would be format a script properly.
Formatting that script.
There was a
Yeah.
period of time like people would send me a lot of scripts, and I would just send them back and I'd say, "Hey, because you reformat this for me." And people didn't understand what I was saying when I would say that. And I understood that that was a gap also. Um, so I said, you know what? Let me make sure I have a piece that I can send to you. So hey, when I send the scripts back, and I say, hey, reformat your script to industry standards, so that way I can actually ingest this properly. You actually know what I'm talking about because I'm going to send you an ebook of mine as well, so you know exactly what you should be doing. Um, so yeah,
That's really kind of you too.
yeah.
Yeah. Have you ever done or have you been considering doing workshops at all?
Mhm. Yep.
Okay.
So this
Um
year I am set to. I'm trying to roll out 4 to 6 different workshops this year. Directing, acting, screenwriting. The business is the one that I'm really, really passionate about. I'm just
mhm.
trying to build it properly.
Gotcha.
So I'm working on it because I feel like that may be the most void area right now. A lot of people don't understand how the business works. And when you've been, and I'll be honest, this is no shot to anybody personally, but when you've been doing wrong for so long, but getting away with it, you think it is right. So I want to create a standard for like, yeah, you may have been getting away with it, but I don't mean it's right. You know?
Right.
So yeah,
I think that that is an awesome idea. Probably one of the biggest things that just on the outside looking in, the stories that I hear about, the conversations, is definitely going to be that business component.
yeah,
What people should be getting paid, and you start to hear words like points getting
right,
thrown out there quite a bit. So I think that a lot of people from behind the scenes when it comes to producing and things like that, crew, and for the actors, that they definitely appreciate knowing a little bit more about the business end of things. So
yes,
I'm gonna say thank you to you in advance on their behalf.
uh, coming soon.
Coming soon, y'all. So you all make sure that until then you grab up a copy
Yes,
of Directing Your
your
Dream.
dreams.
Okay,
Yep.
let me see. I'm gonna pull it up on the screen, even though it's in the background. I still want you guys to see this.
Yes, please.
Right?
There you go.
Okay, so that's what it's looking like. So when you guys head on over to purchase it, you'll know exactly what it is that you need to be looking for. Now, I want everyone to have opportunity to grab up their copy, and I'm very curious right now in this day and age, is there a specific place that you would prefer that people go to purchase this book?
Yep. We get everybody to scoot over to Amazon and grab a copy, and then once
Okay.
you read the copy, leave us a review. Let us know what you think.
Okay. And y'all know what? You got to do it like tonight. You got to do it like right now.
Let's
Okay?
do it.
Cuz
I mean, why not?
I
Let's go right now.
listen,
What
because they supposed to be doing that strike now. You know what I'm saying? The lawyer strike. So so that just means that
we
it's
should we keep
7:30.
buying black though.
We are buying black. We are buying black. So you know what? Pick it up. Just pick it up when you. If you
We
got
buying
it right now, go ahead and get it right now. If you get
black.
paid tomorrow and that's when your money gonna drop into your account and you're gonna get it
Yes,
then, that's fine too. But the
and
biggest thing is for you to buy it.
I think it's fifty
Say it
percent.
again.
I'm pretty sure it's 50% off right now. Anyhow,
And it's on sale.
yeah.
So we don't have any excuses, people. Okay, so we want to make sure that you grab that book up. And then on top of that, this is also what Teddy is going to appreciate that you do. I'm gonna just go ahead and do it myself. I'm gonna tell him, you know what I mean? Because I'll be feeling like a mom or like a big auntie, and I'm telling people what to do. You know, I got these long nails, so I'll be wanting to like tell folks what to do like that. So, in addition to getting this book, I also need for you all to review the book. Okay, so you got to go in there. You got to give it its 5 stars. You have to put some verbiage down in that little box and say something nice and good about the book. Now, listen here. If you don't have nothing nice to say, go ahead and put your 5 stars on there anyway. Okay, tell the people that you ready. Okay, and then you can go ahead and you can hit Teddy's DM. You can email him and say like, hey, these are some of my
Nope.
constructive critique.
Mhm.
Don't come on there and say nothing about, oh, I saw your picture in the back of the book and you shouldn't have wore your shirt like that. Don't come in there with that kind of nonsense. Okay. If you gonna have a problem with something, you come and you make it make sense.
I think I eliminated that comment out the way because I think I looked pretty good on it. I think I was all right.
Okay. Yep.
I
Yep.
looked pretty good.
So I'm using that as an example, but I mean what I say. You come in there, and if you got some constructive criticism, because Teddy is that person who wants to hear it. You know what I'm saying? So he believes in having that so that he can grow. So it's not necessarily a problem that you come and say something, but just make sure it makes sense. All right, there we go. However, you're gonna love it because we already told you that it's gonna give you all of the balance that you need for a book
Absolutely.
like this. So,
Absolutely. From start to finish, pre-production, development, in all 5 stages: your development, your pre-production, your production, your post-production, and your delivery, distribution, and then touches on marketing also. So everything is pretty much covered. And this is the first installment to an 8-book series to come as well.
so this is gonna be a part of a series.
So yes, so each particular chapter is going to go deeper into its own particular literature. So I'm going to
Okay.
expand on everything.
Okay, so you're already working on the sequel.
I don't sleep.
Listen.
I don't sleep.
Okay. I listen. I love it. Do we have us an ETA or when it's gonna drop?
No, I don't have dates just yet.
Okay.
But I'm not rushing it. Also,
Right.
I want to do. I'm not in a rush with this. I'm in the patience game. Is
Mhm.
a purpose to actually help people with this series. I want to make sure that I give people the knowledge that they can actually use that's beneficial for them. So I'm not in a rush to do that, especially
Oh,
when I've given you so much in this piece. You have a foundation. Like no one can say I don't have a foundation. Like if you can say I want to make, I'm tired of just interviewing people. I'm ready to make my own movie. You didn't have the knowledge already prior to. Now you have a foundation. That's what's important to me. You have a baseline.
yeah, and I think it's important for someone like myself to have it as a tool for networking, even
Absolutely.
because sometimes you talk to people or you're watching films, and there's a certain level of information that I know is available through this book for someone that may be new to the game or they've been doing some stuff, and I'm like, you know what, Teddy kind of talked about that in this book, and this would be a really great tool for them, so I'll have something to reference them over to. So, and I mean, that's for anybody who has the book already. If you know someone who's interested, it's going to be a great referral piece. So,
And shout out to every single person while I got the opportunity. Shout out to every single person. We had 60 people get the book on the first day. So shout out to every single
awesome.
person that got the book, got their copy of the book, and we are extremely grateful, extremely humbled by that support. So keep going ahead and grabbing it, and keep showing love and keep building your craft and being great.
Yep. Thank y'all so much for picking it up, and make sure that you review it.
Yes,
Don't forget.
yes,
So it helps kick it up in that algorithm so more and more people see it and will pick it up. So
yes,
you
yes.
guys make sure that you review the book. Let me check real quick. Gotta switch off and see. Okay. Oh, yep, everybody's saying hey. Tracy said hey. and kudos, the hand claps and all of the things. So thank you all for that. Now, I do want to get an idea of some of the feedback that you've actually gotten thus far from the book. So, what have the people been coming back and telling you about your book?
So all of the feedback that I've gotten from the book, I've gotten zero negative feedback at all. Every single person who has, been, gracious enough to give me their comments, have all said that they've been able to get, even from seasoned directors. Like, well, I was able to get something because I didn't know how to structure the budget. Like, I was just adding line items to the budget, but
Hmm.
didn't understand what above the line and below the line meant, and
Right.
those particular roles were that are above the line and that are below the line, and what are the extras. So it's just those little fine tuned details that again, like yeah, like and people again not actually knowing what a poorly formatted script looks like all the way down to the points. And I give you an actual diagram or actual display of what it looks like, what it should look like. So those are the main points I usually get back. The first two chapters are probably the best because those are directly tied to everything else. And it's the foundation of everything also. So
Hmm.
yeah,
Yeah, that budget breakdown was fire
I
for sure.
appreciate
Do you have a almost like a workbook or a worksheet for that?
it. Which copy do you have, the ebook or the paper copy?
I got the ebook.
So the ebook does not come with the workbook. The workbook is separate, but the paper copy does come with workbook examples. So with the paper copy, you get two worksheets from the workbook, which is
Okay.
a director's notebook, also a character breakdown. So I felt like those are kind of the two most essentials, especially for developing your script and developing your script breakdown on into production and your pre-production. So I gave those two away for free, but there's an entirely separate workbook for directing your dreams also.
All right, people. So, depending on which version that you pick up, will dictate whether or not you get that workbook. So,
Yep.
I'm advising that y'all go ahead and get that version because the a worksheet and everything will definitely be handy to kind of have something tangible to put in your hand that is going to continue to assist you even after you've read the book. So,
I got to remember to make sure I get you a paper copy so you can get that workbook too. I got
hey,
you. I
bet.
got you. There we go. High five. Give me some. There you go.
Ah, there you go.
Yes, indeed.
Well, listen, I am not gonna keep you all night, sir. But I
No,
do want you to let everybody know some of the projects that you currently have available that you want people to support and what you have upcoming.
so everybody go stream Energy 2 right now on Tubi. Everybody go stream Silent Scream right now on Tubi. Everybody go stream Corruption right now on Tubi. Um, Working on right now, I'm actually in development on a couple projects, and we should be starting production on a short film within the next month or so. So that's what we're working on right now. And
Awesome.
a TV series did come across my desk, but we haven't finalized anything yet. So that may be carrying on for the next 2 months also. So, we're just waiting on some contracts to ink. That's it.
Awesome.
Yes, indeed.
And you know, it's always good conversation to have, even though we're talking about your book and everyone's going to grab it up and pick it up.
Yes, they are.
I am curious if outside of your own book,
Mhm.
Directing Your Dreams,
Mhm.
if you've been indulging in any other reads.
I always read. I'm always reading something. I haven't. Let me not lie to you. Most of what I've been reading lately, I've been upskilling a lot. So I've been reading a lot of like textbooks and stuff like that.
Okay,
So I haven't read any like you know novels or anything like that lately.
got you.
Just been focusing on upskilling. Like I just became an Adobe certified editor. I'm actually about to be get my Monday.com certification. So I
Wait,
got
get your who?
Monday.com certification.
Wait, what's that?
Yep. So Monday.com is a workspace, a workflow application. So what I do now is build out workflows and workspaces for company to operate more efficiently.
Okay.
Well, I do have a template coming for the film community. I sent out a survey over the last week to get feedback on things that the filmmakers in Detroit needed, so I could figure out a way to optimize their workflows when it comes to being on set.
Okay, that is dope. That's really dope.
I'm always thinking about trying to make things better for us.
Yes,
Uh,
yes, you definitely are.
yeah, I've always figured if we're gonna compete, we gotta be able to compete. If we're gonna compete, we gotta do what competition is doing, but better. So
Uh-huh.
I'm always staying in the competition way, trying to figure out what it is that they're doing, and I'm bringing it back to my people. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. Well, your people, they appreciate it. So
Appreciate y'all.
uh, I'm gonna go ahead and tell everybody where I am and what they can do to support me, which of course is to share, like, and subscribe to Tam Telling Tales, y'all. Okay, so I'll just be over here trying to do my contribution to this cinematic and literary world,
Yeah.
right? And so I need you all to go ahead and subscribe to me everywhere. Okay? Instagrams, Facebook, TikToks, Threads, YouTube, all them things. Okay? And make sure that you are checking out the content because I want to continue to bring you all quality interviews and conversation, just like the one that we've had on tonight with Teddy Van Gogh. So make sure that you do that. Teddy, why don't
Yes.
you tell everyone where they can find you on social media?
Everywhere on social media at legend of underscore Teddy. You can find me on my website also. Everything is connected there at imprenova.com. That's PRAENOVA.com.
All right, y'all.
We
And like I said, Tam Telling Tales, all social media platforms. If you need to check me out on the website, www.tamtellingtales.com. So we're going to end out our night, everybody. So thank you all so much for tuning in with us. We appreciate it greatly. Everybody have a awesome night.
I appreciate all you guys, man.
But before you do, you know what I almost forgot?
What?
I almost forget my sign off.
You tripping?
I'm tripping. You know what? I need to get some sleep because this is crazy. Okay, y'all. Y'all know how this go. Teddy know how this go. Okay, I do the first part and I say I'm Tam. I'm telling tales, and then he's gonna come in and say read a book, y'all. Okay, so here we go. I'm Tam. I'm telling tales.
Read a book, y'all.
I got it.
Tam telling tales.
I got it.
Tam telling tales.
I got it.
Tam telling tales.
I got it. Tongue twister. Say it real fast one time.
Tam.